All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. I have the three lovely gentlemen from the last episode once again. Ender is back.
Yo, yo, yo.
Kaichi is back as well.
Hello.
And of course, Zawara Dori is here as well.
Morning.
Okay, so we had quite a bit of things coming out in April, and MKX is definitely one of them. And I think the three out of four of us owned and played the game. So I guess I'll start off with my impressions.
Since it is your first MK.
This is definitely my first MK game I've ever owned. I did play when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago. So that you can pretty much say this is pretty much my first time again. Where do I start? Well, of course, it looks really good. It looks great, actually, and I've said before, like, I didn't like the aesthetics of Mortal Kombat in the past, but this one really got to me, and it looked really cool, and I really like the character designs this time around. I've noticed that the girls are a lot less skimpy. Yeah.
They're non-sexualized.
Yeah. Which is a nice change.
Mature way of putting it.
Yeah, it's a very nice change. And I do welcome it. I really don't mind the toning down on the sexualization. But anyways, getting to the point. Doing combos is very much different for me. It's it's like night and day comparing to like something like let's
anything.
Say anything. Yeah, pretty much anything. Yeah,
anything that consider a low, medium, high punch or kick that do custom combos. This one here is like strict.
Yeah, it
probably
is.
Closest thing I could compare it to is something that I've played is what is it? Is Soul Calibur, because sometimes you just gotta input something before you even see it, and then you just gotta there's a lot of committing.
At least Soul Calibur isn't super combo.
It's not as strict, but there's the point where if you want the string to come out, if it's like a 1-1-2, you don't have to push 1-1 and 2 on time. You could just 1-1-2, and then you can watch it come out. So. But
yeah, MKX is definitely very difficult for those who are, especially who's very new to fighting games. This is definitely This is not
It's not user friendly.
It's not, yeah. But if you really want to get into it, and this is your first time, then go right ahead, because it takes time. You just have to practice a lot, and you definitely get at least the basic combos down. And like Kai said, it's very strict, and you just pretty much have to keep putting in the buttons. You can't just you don't have much of a window to slow down on your inputs. So
I think the highest I saw was maybe 20-something frames, but I haven't played any character.
Oh wow!
Not even it. But that's probably not true. There's probably another one out there that's 40-something, but I haven't seen huge special cancel frame windows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely when it comes to the online, it was pretty rough. When I played someone like Max, who lives pretty close to me, was still not perfect. It wasn't smooth, and it definitely did not help with my combo that I practiced. It was like, dude, this is completely different, and I'm just having the most difficult time, and I'm gonna get my ass kicked. But oh well, and and to anyone who's coming in from a non-fighting game background, you're gonna lose a lot, and you just have to deal with it, But that's how you gain experience. But otherwise, when it works, of course, it's very much fun. I've got a couple of wins and definitely a lot of losses, just because I'm trying to get into the game, and the online connection definitely didn't help. I'm just like jumping into like any match. I'm not even bothering with the ping. I'm just like, oh, this guy's pretty much on my level. I'm gonna go for it. So yeah. But otherwise, I'm really liking it so far, and I definitely would like to continue with it and try to discover other things from other characters besides Takeda. Takeda is my main right now.
Takeda's everywhere.
Yeah, Takeda's everywhere. But he's
I
really.
actually don't see that many Takedas.
Oh yeah,
I
seen.
actually see I see a lot of
Kung Lao.
Shinnocks,
Oh,
a lot of fuck.
Ermax?
I guess
See a
I
lot
guess
of
I just
Shin-
seen.
I actually see maybe an Ermac at once in a blue moon, but actually,
really?
technically, I see Ermac every time I play because that's who I play.
Mhm.
I
But
guess I just see Max play too much Takeda a lot. I think that's just a
that's his boy. That's his boy. He drew. He drew
That's
to
what's
Takeda
bad,
today.
Yeah.
Though.
But he literally drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drew him. Yeah.
I gotta see.
He's on his Twitter. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, I'm really liking Takeda, especially with the Shidai Ryu variation. It's very much fun, and I like the combos with them. I definitely would like to try out the other variations, but I think Shidai Ryu is going to be the go-to one. But I don't know. I'm still learning the game, so it could change definitely. So yeah. But again, it's really fun. I would definitely like to.
It's really fun offline.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like this patch recently. It did make it better.
Yeah, it did.
I'm still like, as someone who played a lot of MK9, like people say, oh, but it's better than MK9. MK9 was terrible. That's not saying much.
Yeah.
Like- Like games like Skullgirls and KI and even Smash to a degree have really set the bar on like how good a connection can be. I mean, it's always dependent on like someone else's connection being terrible because that's present in every game.
Mm-hmm.
But as always, I expected it to be bad. But it gets me like honestly frustrated. Like I've gotten so angry at a game, and I usually don't. That's what's odd. Like this is the first time like in a long time I'm like I just got stopped. I'm done for today.
Yeah.
I'm like nope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not like I'm pretty 50-50 on wins and losses right now. I'm actually very positive with Ermac, but overall, because I tried playing some Jackie and run combos online, are just no.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely really hard to get into, but once you put your time into it, it will definitely be a game to have a blast with. I myself haven't played story mode, and I plan to do that pretty soon, hopefully. But I'm pretty sure this.
I muscled through it yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I dubbed that Lasher Kung Jin is Dalsum, bunch of slow, long range moves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I think Lasher is like the worst in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it for me when it comes to MKX. Andrew, did you want to say your impression on it?
I think it's a great game. I wish they had done a better job with the tutorial.
Oh yeah.
It took me forever to realize how to tech grabs. And this is coming from somebody who actually played MK9 and played Injustice. I mean, not a lot. Like I probably put more time into this one because I have time. I'm not distracted by a bunch of stuff, and like it's really fun. But it is definitely one of the more difficult MK games that I've played in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just going to be harder for people to get in the what's the word?
Like the learning process or whatever, or
yeah. The learning curve is going to be ridiculous.
yeah.
Like I wish. Like, I feel like, honestly, like, with the down twos, or for those who actually don't know the annotation, the down triangles and down Ys.
Yeah.
I feel like they had those deal, like, 14% damage because of...
Dude, holy fuck. Yeah, it does a pretty good chunk.
It does 14%, literally, on most characters. I feel like they did that because of, they wanted new players to have a way to deal guaranteed damage, but honestly, that just makes me mad. I'm like, here I do. I'm working hard for like 20%, and you're just doing a launcher into a down two and almost matching it.
That's pretty much their answer to like, oh, this is our answer to making it
But-
more casual friendly. Just do uppercuts a lot. That's it.
But hopefully, I don't know, but that's what it seems. I hope
Yeah.
they change that. I wish.
Hopefully.
I wish they would change the windows to make it a little bit more easy because I was
Exactly,
playing
yeah.
Zerg, and he was having a hard time. And Zerg isn't like new to fighting games.
Oh no, he's very much heavy on KI.
KI, yeah, and he was
and he-
trying MK, and he was having a hard time with 114 down forward 1. Like he couldn't get that cancel window.
Wow.
Like, and like I was like, it struck me odd, but he got it eventually. But with the online the way it was, because we were in online practice,
Right.
It's just the game's great offline. It's a fantastic offline game.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I think games need a good online in order to survive. Otherwise, we're gonna have a real hard time. Like I know everyone's playing it. It's the new hotness. I mean, but hopefully the online improves. Hopefully the tournaments show off some really neat stuff. I really like the variation system and mostly good things. If I had to give it a 1 through 10, I'd give it a please fix the online out of 10. That's it.
Right now for me, it's like I would say somewhere between a 6 or a 7, just because like the online could be way better, and yeah, it's like I would say it's the key component. And I haven't played story mode, so that's why I'm like giving it those numbers. So that's
Story
just
mode's
my
good,
yeah
in my opinion.
yeah. Oh, Kai, did you have anything to say?
I'm just now starting the game seeing that the controller mapping fixed. Cause
Oh yeah, because didn't PC have a lot of issues?
Oh hell yeah!
Seeing that I'm the PC player, I might as well explain the PC issues. So I was the kind of person that was complaining about Steam's new preload while you play thing, and they started out with this game. I was like, I think it was kind of a bad move, seeing that this is a kind of a big game that everybody wants to like get onto it, but like Steam just out of nowhere, unannounced, just like did this whole preload while you play. And even though it said that you can still play, even though it had like a 3 gig preload, you can still like play the game, but it started out so bad. People started making jokes about the making jokes like it's menu simulator. It was just stuck. You're just stuck in the menu. Couldn't do nothing. It was menu simulator. People made guides. They literally made guides, Steam guides, saying how to beat the menu simulator, all this stuff. And people dumbed it down, gave it mixed reviews. It was just terrible launch. But after a while, they patched it, and it was working.
Mhm.
Yeah, people could still play it. Yeah, people were able to play it while it was still loading. I was able to like touch it up and see what the tutorial was like. But so far, I was like, okay, that worst part is gone. Now it was the fact that I was just trying to play it, and then when I try to get to control mappings, crash. Try to do the control mappings again, crash. So I'm like, I can't play this game. I can't use triggers. I don't want to use triggers as block. So I just stopped playing it for a while, and then today I decided to see if they fixed it, and they did. So now I'm like literally now just trying to try this game out. So I have no real verdict besides the fact that this game looks amazing. I'm glad that their combos don't look like they're flaring their arms. They're actually fighting, like compared to the past Mortal Kombat games, because they look silly when they fight. This one actually looks,
That actually reminds me. I'm glad NetherRealm really is pushing to patch this thing as quickly as possible. I wasn't expecting them to attempt to fix the online for at least another few weeks, but the fact that they did that like the same week it released was really amazing to me. That gives me hope. That gives me hope that eventually.
Yeah, the fact that they even launched the PC along with the console, because I think MK9 PC didn't launch until the whole DLC came out with the complete version for free. So it was like, this is the first one, this first Mortal Kombat game that had it come out at the same time as consoles. But like, yeah, like I said, the game looks amazing. The combos look like the actual combos instead of flaring their arms around like silly nut children. But besides that, I haven't tried out online yet. I'm going to do the story mode first and then jump online. I I did do a few online. I did online with one person. It was just one person, so it was smooth. I haven't tried out everything else. I kind of wish that it didn't start out so bad, so Maximilian that wasn't like, didn't step away from it. Because I like both the console and PC versions having an issue. Granted, like it had a bad start for PC because Steam was starting out this thing that that they didn't announce. But if the online is good, I really would hope for Max to just buy the PC version, let it preload while it downloads, and then
hey, you're getting Max for Battlefront. And that's a game I'm gonna get on Xbox One for sure.
Oh yeah.
I just want him to like. There's PC players there's dudes of PC players. Like, come on.
You guys get him on Street Fighter. He doesn't play Street Fighter on anything else.
Yeah, man.
But PC, but it's just the fact that I already played them. I already got a video up there, Battle of the Gods. I'm satisfied enough. I mean, I would like to be Zerd. I want to invite him in KI like me. I want to invite him in Street Fighter on PC.
I don't think he's played Zerg in so long.
But it's just the fact that back then he kept playing Zerg. Zerg just wanted to play him every single time he got on there.
Zerg still wants to play him.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I would like to be the same. I like Zerg is the KI. I am in the Street Fighter, and whoever is in the certain fighting game, yeah. But it's Clever Fox Soul is the XR.
I've been the Zerg for Kenny. Like, I'm like, Kenny, I need to play you. But he's on PS4, so I have such a hard time, so it's like, please.
Yeah.
Can you please notice me?
It's like, I want to play him. It's more like, Big Brother, I want to beat you at your own thing, so you respect me.
And then he kicks your ass, and you're like, I'm sorry.
Actually, I think I could beat him.
I know how Max thinks. He once he finds out that once people start bashing, well not bashing, but like finds out how PC had a bad port, he just steps away completely. Right now, both of the consoles are having a hard time with the consoles having a hard time with online. PC having a hard time with a bit of stability, but from what I've been playing, it's been running very well. I have not crashed or anything. I had a few lags, but as far as it picks up later on. I haven't tested out the online, but I'm pretty sure I got to test out online still. But if it's good, he needs to give it a chance. Just give it a chance.
He will give it a chance. I mean, knowing that he's like big on PCs too, so.
Yeah, but people are like messaging PC having a bad time. PC having a bad time. I'm like,
there are console trolls all the time. Like
yeah.
For example, yesterday I was like, I play you, Kenny, but I'm on Xbox One, Bible Thump, like, oh, I'm just on a different console. And then, like, someone messages me, like, yeah, I'm sure you feel really bad you wasted a lot of your hard-earned money on a piece of junk. And I was like, well, no, I love my KI machine.
Dude.
I told him I love my KI machine. I this was just a random guy.
Yeah.
Either way, and they still donate to tell him that PC's having a hard time. So it's like he's gonna listen to the messages. He's not gonna listen to the chat a lot, but the messages. Granted, there's been a lot of messages about the PC being crap, and I'm like, goodness, give it a chance.
It's getting better.
It's getting better, yeah.
NetherRealm has a reputation of just like, because they don't directly handle their PC ports.
Yeah, I know, it's high voltage. It's the same person, and it's the reason why I haven't never got a chance to enjoy Injustice or MK9, because the online was broken. It was dead. Like, I could try to join the person, get crashed. I'm like, done. I'm just so done. So I wanted to play Injustice online, but I could not. I could not enjoy the game. So when it came to MK9 Injustice, I only bought it for the story. Just like Simmons said, like when it came to like Mortal Kombat games, when they buy certain games, they buy it for the story instead of online. For this purpose, I bought MK9 and Injustice and probably MK10 for the story. But I'm going to make sure that online is good. So far, like I haven't crashed or anything on that first time playing online, and so far it's good. So, but right now, when it comes to me with fighting, strict combos, I cannot deal. I like when it comes to fighting games in general, I like to experiment. I don't want to do the same combo over and over and over and over again, which all these tournament players do. Like they know a linker and they're just gonna constantly do that linker all the time. I like to experiment. I like to mix up. I like to see what let's see what other combos is there instead of using that one linker. In this game, it's like you have to do that linker in order to launch a combo and do a special. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I hate to burst your bubble, but most tournament play, it's a lot of frame traps. Like it's not like like that's just how I'm kidding. It's a lot of frame traps and stuff. And like this, there are big combos, but combos aren't nearly as damaging as they once were. Like most of the 40% combos are only in the corner. This is probably the first time I consider like what is it, like 20% mid screen no bar is actually okay. Like,
unless you're Scorpion.
Unless you're Scorpion.
Unless you're Scorpion.
Oh yeah, Scorpion. Like I can actually get 30, but I honestly think if you can get like 24% mid screen no bar, it's pretty good.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I like to enjoy the game by experimenting combos instead of like trying to do a frame trap or anything like that. Like I like to play the game. I mean, of course, I'm gonna face a lot of tryhards. That's gonna rely on frame traps and all that stuff. But like I still want to try to experiment the combos, see what else is different. This game is definitely not gonna let me do that, so I gotta definitely adjust my way of playstyle just for this game, not for Street Fighter or anything else. I'm gonna definitely play it how I used to, but this game, it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
But, as far as that, like I said, I'm playing the story. And as soon as I'm done with the story, I had to really not watch Max play the story mode. I mean, I wanted to.
Oh, same here. Nope. Yeah, same here.
Like, nope. I'm dip boys.
It would honestly really ruin it for you guys. But when I played through the story mode, I was like, oh, time to skip the cutscenes. I know what's happening.
When it comes to me, I don't care for spoilers. You can tell me about a movie and tell me what happens at the end as long as I'm able to see it. Somebody can over exaggerate somebody telling a spoiler, and then when I see it, it's something different. I'm like, I see, because it actually more surprises me when I see it than when a person tells me. But for MK, it's a whole different story because their story is actually intriguing.
Yeah. MK9, definitely had a pretty well done story comparing to other fighters anyway. So I've always, I've always, gave them credit for that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that seeing that MK9 was just basically just a reboot of the whole from first to basically it was just MK1 to all the way up to 8, I guess. No, 7 because 8 is the crossover game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, seeing that 1 through I guess I don't know where
it was 1 through 3.
Yeah, 1 through 3. I guess this is the main story, is strictly 1 through 3. Seeing that after 4 through so forth really didn't count. It's like it's just erased it. MK9 just erased 4 through 8. Like it was done.
I see it more as a reboot, like that they're just starting from the beginning, like because they're definitely homages to like how things turned out in those 1 through 3, but they're definitely changes. But
that's what I like. I like to see it from the beginning to end because I didn't want to go back to the very first Mortal Kombat and try to find out what was going on.
Well, that's good because I think you'll definitely get that.
Yeah.
Game. I played 9, played the story, I enjoyed the story, so I'm like, finally a continuation. Now I see what's going to happen.
Oh, so I hear from Zarwaro though that he might get a PS4 pretty soon. So
woohoo!
Yeah. Gotta hop into that MKX train, man.
Oh, MKX, okay.
I've already been playing MKX on my friend's Xbox One.
Oh, really?
Online is such a toss-up. Playing from Hawaii with direct, Ethernet cable does not do justice when you're fighting someone.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're putting your buttons input, looking on screen, it takes maybe 5,000 years for your character to just do the first button input.
Good job. Just good job.
So I'm just staring at my friend going, good game, isn't it? Here you go, Carpet, play for me. You're gonna win.
Good job.
But offline is really, that's where this game is shining, offline.
Yeah, of course.
NetherRealm, fix your netcode, please.
Please. You're already on it. Please,
like Ed Boon, you praise MKX so much. Well, you don't praise enough of the online. You gotta understand. Please understand. Please understand.
Yep.
Yes.
Please understand.
We'll talk to Nintendo. See how they work with their online.
Please talk to the people that made KI, that made that like first Double Helix
Keats,
and then
please.
Iron Galaxy.
Yep.
Keats, please.
Yep. It's all about those fatalities too. Holy shit.
Gore, I don't know what. And it's like they step up a whole new level of like gory. Like,
Ooh, yes, yeah.
Like you haven't seen this much gore in any game ever. They're going back to how they did Mortal Kombat 1, which gave it the first rating system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this right here. It's like reliving Mortal Kombat 1 when they gave it a first rating.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the gore is. I'm like, nope, nope.
You know, Ed Boon. Oh, sorry, Kai.
Oh, I was just basically going to say, and gladly they're done with the over sexualization. Like they this is the most serious Mortal Kombat game they made. The rest of them were just straight up silly. Like there's some silly moments of Mortal Kombat because there's always going to be some silly moment in Mortal Kombat, especially the fatalities. But this is the most serious, the most mature they ever made.
Oh, for
they
sure.
Actually matured. And I'm glad you fixed the way the girls look. You made the combat look like they're actually fighting instead of flaring arms, and then the fatalities look like actual fatalities. So that's my input.
For the fatalities, you know, Ed Boon was like in the company meeting going, "Okay, think of the most sick ass thing you can think of. I like it."
You know, they actually said no to some things.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah?
You could only imagine, like, how could this... What couldn't get in if this got in?
Right. Yeah,
Well,
jeez.
That's my question to Ed. You know, when you do Reptile's second fatality, you're melting in the acid pit. Why didn't the hand go into a thumbs up? Just a little nod.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Good fun, Ed.
This one thing that this game doesn't have, like the other Mortal Kombat games doesn't have. Stage fatalities.
There is, a secret stage brutality somewhere. It just hasn't been found yet.
Oh, real?
Oh.
Yeah,
still don't
I'm about to start I'm about to start hunting because I'm pretty sure it has something to do with interactables and getting the killing blow with an interactable. But I'm gonna start conducting a search because it was one of the challenges to unlock like a title or a emblem or something.
Oh, nice.
So
But besides that, it's still the fact that there's no stage fatalities. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not complaining. I mean, this game is just based on injustice. It's
No
just
babalities, no friendships.
No.
No.
No
Yeah.
animal.
It's just basically fraction kills, fatalities, brutalities, and anybody who rage quits quitality.
Quitality. I got one
Which doesn't-
quitality. Yeah. Last night after I played Maximilian, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a few more. Or no, not the last time I played Maximilian. I'll play a few more, and then lo and behold, this guy just after one match, nope, he was done. Yep.
He did the equality, whatever.
Quitality.
Quitality.
Yeah, quit.
Yeah, his head exploded, all that stuff. So I was like, oh, well, that's
Okay.
all right.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
You showed your true colors.
Right.
I think the stage fatality is with the old ladies. Lady.
Yeah,
Blanche.
Blanche. Blanche as an actual fatality on the person. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll be doing a lot of
Interactable brutality stuff.
like I'm gonna go hunting. I want to find it.
Yeah.
Take this. It's dangerous to go alone.
All right, so that's pretty much our input for MKX. I think we can move on to that Mewtwo DLC for us that got it early. And
Peach
I have not.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
If Peach had to fight Mewtwo, it'll be a 5-0 for Peach winning.
oh yeah,
That's
Yeah.
how bad Mewtwo is at the moment. Like, he's good, he's powerful, but he's floating, and he's very, very light. very easily KO.
Mm.
He needs some fixing.
Yeah, I found that out with Zawara though, as we had our little spar, excuse me, and he always picks Peach. That's like pretty much one of his mains, and holy shit, yeah, that toad shield, man, that really gets to me. I'm like, oh my god, how do you like put it out twice?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pressing buttons here.
Exactly right. But yeah, for me, I had a lot of fun with Mewtwo. I mean, it does take a bit of time to get used to. He is pretty slow. He is floaty, but his attacks are pretty potent, pretty meaty, I would say. And there's a lot of quite a bit of neat things you can do with Mewtwo. I like the side B to whatever attack. You know, I think that's a pretty fun thing to do. And his up smash is a pretty good one too. And
it's a vortex sucker. Even if you get hit by the side, it sucks you into the middle, then launches you up.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good, and it lasts quite a bit of time too. So, I found that out like when I grabbed the edge and I tried to climb up, and then this Mewtwo did a up smash, and then I thought my invincibility might get him, but no, like the friggin' vortex still lasted that long that I got knocked out. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Axe, yeah.
Just don't bring a Mewtwo to a Captain Falcon fight. Oh my goodness. Dude.
I heard Captain Falcon's actually pretty top tier.
Oh, he's fun. He's really fun.
He's disgusting. Just disgusting, man. I had a baseball last night. I went,
that knee.
Yep, the knee.
I had no, it was not even just knee. It was just straight up grab down. Just he was just being really ridiculous. Like he was just like, dude, are you trying to find your sister so much that you're trying to kill me? Like he was straight up disgusting.
He like takes his fucking face off like Mission Impossible 2 style, and it's Sonic, and he's just like, you're too slow. Found a way to take up 2 roster slots.
I will admit the fact that I was mad salt. It was just the fact that he was going too like, you need to chill out, dude. When people play Captain Falcon, play to try hard with it. He's mad disgusting. I'm just like, it's getting really aggravating. I already hate Rosalina enough. Freaking Captain Falcon tryhards is just too much.
Yeah,
makes me want to not play the game for like a week and then get back on it. That's how bad it is.
And then we got the character patches, and I heard that Diddy has been nerfed.
Yes.
And every single person that always wanted him nerfed. Oh my goodness! Everybody praised.
This is what I was talking about before when we were last talking. Like the fact that they're actually patching the right things.
Right.
Should be like, you guys should be celebrating. Like, they're listening.
Yeah. They definitely are. Same with the guys at MKX. They're or at Mortal Kombat, sorry, and they're actually doing this already at relatively quick after launch. So they're definitely listening. They're definitely taking fans a little more seriously. So that's a good sign. So we can definitely hope for good things from both Smash, MKX, and hopefully other fighting games and other games as well. What else did we get? Oh yeah, the sharing mode for the stages, pictures, videos, all that on Smash. So
the Wii U version release.
Ender, I heard that you wanted to share your Smash basketball stage, was it?
Yeah, Smashball. Like it wasn't
Smashball, yeah.
But it's like it takes time to make, and if someone could just download it, it's like, hey, now everyone can play. And also, I built some like custom stages based on 64 stages. So
oh, nice.
Like Saffron City, and I got Peach's Castle, Hyrule Temple, and Sector Z. So and like all that takes time, and like if you want to show somebody, you gotta get everybody in a room, then you gotta hope that it picks your stage, and then it's just it takes time.
Yeah.
Whereas you could just say, hey, here, check out this map, and they could actually just go look at it on their own, or like everyone can play the same map. And I think it's really good. Like of course there's the penises and shit, but
You're gonna have some immaturity.
Yeah.
No, there was like a whole Kotaku article about that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've seen it, but you're gonna have children, immature children, that's gonna freaking ruin, that.
Dude, you know some of them ain't children.
Well, either way, they act like they're acting.
They act like children. Whatever. They're immature. Yeah.
They're mature.
Yeah, immature. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really glad that they did that, and I think it's really cool. Like you said, you put all this time into it, but you can only share it with offline people, and then you can only hope that it randomly chooses that stage in an online session. But yeah, but that pretty much resolves everything, and I definitely would like to segue into the rumor with more DLC characters going on, and two of them are being Roy and Ryu.
Somebody's happy about this.
Yeah.
I don't see Ryu fitting. It's like he's better off in the versus Capcom games than Smash.
I've already explained his moveset.
Yeah.
Just
neutral B is Hadoken. Side B is
the donkey kick. Yeah.
Or
like
donkey
this would be
kick.
the first. This like to be the first game for him to not even have inputs. A game that will have no inputs, and he's really heavily relied on inputs.
Well, I mean, he can always play like the
Puzzle Fighter.
Well, the
Puzzle Fighter.
I'm talking about actual Street Fighter.
I mean, you can always put. I mean, you can always be the Ryu from like Street Fighter 2 or something where there's no necessarily like any combos or anything like that. You just you have spacing and you just hit people.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I actually haven't seen this leak. Could y'all link that in the chat? And I'll check it up.
Kai, please. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it was in Reddit.
Yeah, it was in Reddit.
That's Reddit.
Yeah, it was in Reddid. It was. I saw this.
Here's the thing. The leak thing is that the person dug up they debugged the game and like dig through the files and found the music. All you know is the music, which is kind of basically just from Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we going by. It's somebody digging up files and it's practically supposedly valid now, since every single source is now confirming it being valid, that those are actual music from the game.
The game, yeah.
So I have mixed feelings about this, but whatever Sakurai puts in, I'm just going to allow it.
Yeah.
Because like I said,
you could always put Rayman in.
Oh man.
Or Crash.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't even want to believe it, because I want to wait till confirmation.
Yeah.
A real fake. Real is fake. Because there's been also rumors about this Twilight Princess becoming a new 3DS.
Oh yeah. I think that was debunked, or
It's still being questioned as debunked or not. Like,
oh yeah. Okay.
Like somebody, like the person who took the picture even took a full size picture of it, of him actually showing the, showing his 3DS and the actual leak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like somebody did this with the Paper Mario game for 3DS. And people thought it was real, but somebody actually made that, just like that scumbag that made the freaking Rayman leak.
Dude, that guy is a genius.
That guy, I don't care.
Kai is still pretty salty. Yeah.
For now,
Omni gamer.
for every leak that comes out, I will never believe it until it's actually valid.
Oh yeah, no, and don't do that. Yeah, I mean, it's still.
I knew what, like I said, does freaking Smash the whole roster leak?
Right. Yeah.
Roster leak right there. That there's legit.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened to just be real. I mean, it just happened to be. So I mean, good for that guy, whoever leaked that. Good job. But even with that, like, you can't really take everyone's word for it. I mean, and you just got to take it with a grain of salt, no matter how real or whatever it
Trust
seems
me,
like.
I know what's fake and real. That junk, he screwed my whole head over. Screw that guy. I don't like him. Screw him forever.
And people, Well, okay. Well, back onto the actual rumor. Okay, with Ryu and Roy. I mean, yeah, more people are saying, yeah, Ryu might make it into the game, and let's say, he is gonna make it into the game. I mean, I think it would be really cool, and
He got your vote.
yeah, woo! No, and no, seriously, like Ryu fills in everything that Sakurai has said. He has a legacy. He comes from a very iconic fighting game, and of course, I mean, Ryu himself is an icon of fighting games, and and Street Fighter was the game that made fighting games popular, pretty much, and it helped them put them on the map. And they were on the NES, Super NES, and with all the various versions of Street Fighter and all that, especially with Street Fighter 2, for crying out loud. And I think Ryu definitely fills in, and he definitely deserves a spot. Now, sure, this means there's going to be 2 guest characters from Capcom, but whatever. I mean, again, this is his game. If he wants to put Ryu in there, that's awesome.
Like I said, yeah, I'm all for it if he does. I just still don't see how he fits. I'm just waiting for him to actually show gameplay so I can see how he fits.
And and that's what I want to see. Like, since Street Fighter is different, of course, from Smash Brothers. So I really want to see how Ryu would fit in terms of gameplay in Smash.
Like, let's look at Snake and Brawl. Like, you can't say like you just knew Snake would be a Smash character.
Yeah,
the moment you heard about him, like that. I thought that was an April Fool's joke the first time someone told me about that, and I was like,
yeah.
You're kidding me, right?"
I looked at
That's a dude. That's a
dude.
That's not a game character. That's a dude.
That's a dude.
It's a full-fledged dude.
Here's the thing: when I saw Snake, I was like, "That's weird." And even then, when Brawl came out and I saw him like, "This is so weird." He's just weird.
But he was there, and
I know he was there.
He worked.
He worked in a weird way. Yeah, I didn't like.
I heard he was good.
He's good, yeah.
Not as good as Meta Knight, but still.
Oh,
good.
he was like A tier or even like low S tier or something like that.
I guess for me, I just didn't like how way he played. That's why I never played him.
Yeah, he was kind of, to me, he was pretty floaty, but but otherwise, he's another fun character to play in Brawl. But we're talking about Brawl, so I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, again, really hoping that Ryu can make it into the game. I mean, if he doesn't, oh well. But yeah, again, he's one of my characters that I'm really want him to be in. So, did you want to say anything, Waldo?
Well, as I mentioned before the podcast, it'll be a good promotional item for Street Fighter V, because maybe his Smash is something we'll see in Street Fighter V. Some new move animations, Sakurai, come on.
Yeah.
Where's my baby?
Well, why not the Shoryu Hadouken from Ultimate Marvel?
Oh.
Well, Mewtwo Shoryu Hadouken.
Mm-hmm. Or
Come on.
Yeah, right. I wonder. I mean,
come on. How long did it take for him to realize, hey, I can shoot fireballs out of my fists, and I can also uppercut people. Why don't I do it at the same time?
Yeah.
God. I could have been doing this a long time ago.
Well, obviously.
Too bad it's a non-canon crossover game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Not canon.
Oh yeah, because we know how much they care about the lore.
Right. Like story matters in a fighting game.
Might get mad.
Well, also I also kind of thought about is Yoshi Ono is even in the credits. I mean, even though Capcom owns Mega Man, quote unquote, and Ono kind of, I guess, kind of helped in putting that character in. Also, would be valid for even him to even put Ryu in there.
Yeah. All right.
Because Ono is in the credits. People, I remember when the first game launched, they were even questioning how come Ono was in the credits. Like, of course, for a while, then it started to think that he helped out putting Mega Man in, but still.
Yeah.
It'd be more valid to even think that now that seeing that he's in the credits, Ryu will be also possible. So yeah, I'm curious on what they're gonna put in. Like, well, it's great to see Roy because everybody wants their boy back. I mean, even though we already have a Roy, so now it's gonna be like 2 Roys. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
The way the nuts are gonna be the same. Roy, it's gonna be weird. So,
well,
if it's gonna be 5 slots, what's the other 2?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I know the community likes Roy. I mean, they put him in Project M, so.
Oh, whoa, hello.
My freaking desk. Don't mind it. Keep going.
Yeah.
My desk sucks. Don't worry about it.
All right. I don't know. I mean, I do kind of have mixed feelings about Roy, just because like we already have this many Fire Emblem characters, and we already have 2 characters that act.
We have so many sword characters.
Well, I mean, it's not about that.
People
it's just
like swords.
Yeah, it's not about
Sakurai
just
likes swords.
Yeah,
that's not. There's the case that Sakurai likes swords.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about that. I mean, like we already have 2 characters that do the same thing. Like, you know, we have Lucina and Marth, and then Roy was already a clone character of Marth, or whichever way, in Melee. So I don't know about that. I mean, unless they can change him up quite a bit, then, you know, kind of like how Luigi is to Mario. Then, you know what? Then
especially now that Mario has that stupid. I call it stupid because I don't like it, but his new down B.
The flood. Yeah, the flood.
I know it's a good move. I hate
it's actually
it
good when you're being.
I know it's good.
When you're a douchebag.
Like, I'm just like I'm so used to old Mario.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I use Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario. That's one of my mains.
That's why I use Luigi instead, because he's still pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, Luigi is pretty kind of fun. I do like his forward air, like, you know, with the chop. You know, I don't know, there's something about that. It's
down throw to 4 F4 down throw to 4 F4 F4.
Actually, the best thing is to do is at 0%, you down throw to forward air to fastball up tilt to regrab to down throw to forward air, and then they're at 50, because that's fair.
And then down throw into uppercut.
Oh yeah,
like
critical.
Literally, I love smash combos, but like they're so fun.
Yeah. And also this is kind of connecting to this whole DLC deal, where now we have Mewtwo, Lucas, and then, you know, for rumors, like, we might have Ryu, we might have Roy. There's gonna be one more DLC character, so, like, you know, there's supposed to be 5 DLC characters altogether, and then so it's I don't know about that.
Yeah, one more, right? You're right.
Yeah, one more. So that is definitely up for grabs, but like, you know, I think, you know, for me, I think the next one would be Bayonetta. I mean, I think Waldo would like Bayonetta as well. Yeah. And then I don't know. I mean, any characters that you guys wanna have for that 5th slot? I guess, if there is gonna be 5.
I'm not hoping for nothing anymore.
What happened?
I'm not hoping for nothing anymore.
Oh, you're not hoping? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not hoping.
I already put in my ballot, and I already know that's unlikely, seeing that the same people who made the Mega Man Zero games want freaking Azure Gunvolt.
Mm-hmm.
They want that character, and they totally forgot about their version of Zero. I'm like, screw you guys. This is what happens when you hope. You get that salt. That's why you don't hope. You don't ballot. Don't do nothing. Just wait.
Yeah. What about you, Ender? Do you have any more characters Crystal? Oh yeah, Crystal from Star Fox.
I want a space animal that doesn't have a blaster and a reflector.
Yeah. Or just more Fox characters that don't act like Fox, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Well, besides Bayonetta, we kind of gotta dip into, you know, Metroid, but who's memorable?
I already went over it.
I just don't see nobody. Hunters. It's just there's really no one playable for Metroid. I mean, people try to get the Ridley thing, but Sakura's like, Ridley's too big. So stop it.
Yeah.
He basically
But
just
he's already in the game.
Yeah,
He's already-
He's in the game, guys.
people want them playable, so it's like,
Dude,
Yeah.
why stop at Ridley? If we're gonna try, why don't we just put Kraid in there?
Right.
it's Kraid too big.
Create 2B.
No, we'll just play Kraid. He'll be the stage, and then you just try to like get everyone off of you.
well, that's the same thing. Why can't we play as Andros from Star Fox? We'll just be in the background. shooting.
Andros.
Yeah.
Why don't
Just-
we play as General
he's a-
Scales?
But Andros is a
General Scales.
Yeah.
That-
Usanina General Scales.
screw that game.
Everyone loves Legend of Zelda. I mean,
What?
Oh, ha
we all
why-
know that was an Ocarina clone. Come on, guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The fact that I never even finished that game, I'm just like, screw that game.
I have never even
actually
touched
kinda
that game,
wanna-
actually.
I kind of want to finish that game.
But you got to go back to the first part of the game, which is very, very, very annoying.
Yeah.
No, I think I just have the save file.
If you have the save file, then you're good. I'm about to
Yeah.
say, because if you want to return to that game where you had to start that bull crap over, nope.
With all the dinos? Yeah.
That whole first part was just straight up torture. Even though his name, JonTron even had a stressful time trying to play that game.
Oh, yeah? Hmm.
If not, just tell Sakurai, put in a JoJo character. Everyone will be happy.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely work. That would definitely.
But he
Would.
kind of did in Brawl. It was Luigi's Final Smash.
Oh.
Told.
Tokyo Tomare.
Don't remind me of that. I spammed that on all of my friends hated me. Like,
Yeah.
so in it. I'm like, yay! That's how you play games, right?
Yeah. All right, so we can probably move on if anyone else doesn't have anything else to say. I do want to talk briefly about the upcoming Mario Kart 8 DLC, just because it's coming up pretty soon. I think it's coming up this week. So 200cc challenge.
Oh,
mate.
sorry, oh.
Yeah.
I don't have a Wii U. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be a fun series for me to record. I did the 150cc with the original 8 cups, so try to finish the rest. But otherwise, I'm just gonna jump onto 200cc raw. So I'm just gonna feel the salt. So get ready for that. It's gonna be one heck of a challenge. Wait, Ender, do you have Mario Kart or no?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
Like I know Mario Kart's great, right? But like, I feel like it's at a point where there's so much that people know about it. Like, I don't know how to customize carts. I don't know what any of that crap means. But like,
Just relax.
if they ever rebooted F-Zero, that'd probably be the next
Racing game.
Wii U racing game I get.
Yeah.
Please, we need another F-Zero,
So-
please. We want F-Zero Online, please.
I used to play a lot of racing
You
games.
want
Like
money.
I used to play like Hydro Thunder, and there's some strange game on the 64 I rented. It was another hover car racer, and then I played a bunch of Burnout 3, man.
Oh
Was
yeah.
it Cruising the USA 98?
Cruising, yeah.
Yeah.
I did play Rush 2.
Oh yeah, Rush. Let me see. Well, there's gonna be Project Cars, but that's
I really need someone to give me that game.
yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to give me that game so I can get it.
Hmm.
Because it comes
Yeah.
out in May. They actually finally, because they kept pushing the game back multiple times, and now we got official date, May 8th, people. Remember the date.
Hmm. Yeah. That's actually gonna come out on the Wii U as well. Pretty surprisingly, but that's gonna come later. I forgot when, but I don't think they've even released that date. But anyways, yeah, Project Cars if you want. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I haven't really been into racing games. I like something fresh, and on the Wii U preferably.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I feel like every other gen racer is all like those simulator racers. I'm not really into. So, I'm not a Gran Turismo guy or a Forza guy. Like I know they're great games. It's just I'm not into the simulators. I like candy, unrealistic stuff in my driving game.
Oh, okay.
I'm Asian, all right. we ain't good drivers.
Good job.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Way to put that out there. Way to put that out there.
I'm kidding.
Well, oh yeah, and then there's the Animal Crossing DLC, which I'm really liking because I'm a huge fan of Animal Crossing. Excuse me.
Is it DLC? I thought it was its own standalone thing.
No, it's DLC.
Oh, okay. So that the home decorator thing is just DLC?
Oh no, Home Decorator is a separate thing, but
It's a separate
okay.
game.
yeah, it's a separate game. But there's Animal Crossing's there's gonna be a course from.
New Leaf DLC?
No, it's
No.
Animal Crossing is going to be motor.
Oh boy! Oh
Yes.
god!
I want to see this.
Mario Kart 8. Let's get that clear.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I was like, holy crap, no.
Dude, ripping the village's head off. Yeah. No.
Variations, they're MK8, MK.
MK8, yeah. I'm not saying MK8 anymore because of Mortal Kombat. But anyways, there's gonna be a course, from Animal Crossing lore, and also 2 characters, which is a different villager. I don't know why they didn't go with the villager from Smash, but they have a different villager, and then they have a character named Isabelle. For those who don't know, is kind of like your secretary in New Leaf. You're like the mayor, so she's like your aide pretty much. So, I'm really liking that. And then there are 4 new vehicles, 2 of them from Animal Crossing, and then one of them I forgot what it was called, but it looked really freaking cool. And it kind of reminded me of the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. So I was like, damn, what the fuck? So yeah, definitely can't wait to try that out. And then I forgot the last vehicle, but anyways, and then of course there's gonna be Baby Park that's coming back, and I don't know if you guys played Double Dash. That was a really fun course because it's just an oval. Yeah, it's one of those small ones. You go around a circle, and a bunch of crazy shit happens. So I don't know. For me, I thought that was really fun, especially during the time of excuse me, Double Dash. So and of course it's being remade into HD and all that, so it looks really good and all that. Really glad to see that. So can't wait for DLC from Mario Kart 8. So
Somebody just turned on Mario Kart 8.
what?
I said somebody just turned on Mario Kart 8.
Well, that wasn't me. I can
No,
show
that
you.
was my text.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you have a text that said screams out Mario Kart?
What?
It was screaming, "Who was that Pokemon?" Because it's in
Oh,
my.
it sounded like Mario Kart. Oh my god.
What? It just sounded like blah, 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 blah to me. I don't know. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, that is pretty much it for the stuff that's coming out in April. Otherwise, in May we have Splatoon. I guess
Oh,
we
yeah.
can. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I'm
So
I'm
sad.
pretty ready. I actually managed to get my hands on the 3-pack amiibo from Walmart. So
Yeah, I need to try to get that.
yeah. I don't know how, but I just got lucky, and whew, man. And then those freaking amiibos are continuing to how do I put this? Just it's like a lightning strike. It just appears and it disappears.
That Mewtwo amiibo gonna be a death for everyone.
Oh, dude, people will die. For that shit.
You want to hear a news report? Somebody got killed by somebody trying to steal a Mewtwo amiibo.
What?
Good job. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was like, wait, what? It's
I'm
not
just
even
saying
out
somebody-
yet.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a news
Okay,
report
no.
about somebody
Sorry.
because
Yeah.
they tried to get a Mewtwo amiibo.
Man. And then of course Lucas is gonna be just left in the shelf, just sitting there collecting dust probably. And then meanwhile Mewtwo is just getting all the love. Even Jigglypuff is getting sold out. Surprisingly, I guess just because.
Rest more.
Yeah, and
Rest for days.
Yeah, rest for days, and I think Jigglypuff is definitely one of the better characters, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. My friends use Jigglypuff. He's good with them, so I'm just guessing from there. I mean, how many Jigglypuffs have you guys ran into online?
One.
Once every blue moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it was any Jigglypuff, it would be ones that just really are disgusting.
Bodied me first stock, and then I realized all he goes for rest, and then I just punished.
Oh yeah. Well, but hey, that what was it? Which attack was it? Oh, I think it was like back air or something. Really fucking annoys me because my friend knows a combo. It just keeps doing that. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah. There's Splatoon. Yeah. Otherwise, I do not have any other topics unless you guys have something to talk about.
Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront.
Dude, I'm so excited about that game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Star Wars fanboy.
I'm a casual Star Wars fan. I mean, I think it's cool, but I just don't get into the lore too much.
Like, I'm not. I haven't read like any out of the trilogy books, but it's just something I grew up with. I had like all the Star Wars Legos in the world.
Oh yeah, damn.
It's just like. It's just I did at one point. Like I don't have them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they all go to my little brother now, but. I don't know. I think it's going to be a great game. I initially thought it was going to be just Battlefield with a Star Wars skin on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was still going to buy it. But the fact that it's actually different really excites me.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say Battlefield or Battlefront?
Battlefield. It's a Battlefront game, but it's being made by DICE. So.
Which made Battlefield, for those who don't know. Yeah.
But it's under EA, so...
Now, that just means we'll be paying a lot for it. I mean, that doesn't mean it won't be a good game.
So, it's like the Holy Grail, and then you try to touch it, it turns into salt, and it's like, oh.
Get ready for the DLC.
Yeah.
What else? Well, I'm looking forward for the 2 Fire Emblem games.
Oh, what about that crossover game with Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem? Yeah.
People were unexpected on. They kept thinking it's some Persona, and they like, nope, it's a crossover game, and they like.
Look like
I think I
Persona
talked to
to
one
me.
friend. I think one friend got kind of like mad about it after they noticed that it was that, and they were like, I was expecting the actual characters crossover with the actual characters. I was like, don't know how come you came to that thought, but oh well, that's the game.
So
Yeah.
Why your math?
What else? What else is coming out?
Let's see.
Well, there's the well, for me, I mean, I don't know if you guys are ever picking it up, but I am importing a Sword Art Online RPG game called Sword Art Online Lost Song, and there's an Asian English version, so it has English subs, and so that means English text but with Japanese voices, and then so that way it's a little more accessible for pretty much everyone else. So I think that's a nice way for American fans or non-Asian fans to import that game without the trouble of the Japanese text. So
I seen most of their games, and I'm like, I remember a friend of mine showed me one of the Sword Art Online games, like most of them,
Mhm.
and he's like, You know what I compare this to? Witcher 1. The way the combat, the way they're frail, their arms look like they're frailing around.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I heard
that's.
Witcher was actually a very successful game, though.
It was, but it's just the fact that how ridiculous the combat looked in Sword Art at the moment. The Sword Art games, their combat look ridiculous. They look like they're really frail in their arms. It's like what are you doing? I don't. So that's what I'm saying. You have fun with that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Eduardo.
I'm not gonna pick it up because sorry, I am not a fan of Sword Art. If I'm gonna watch a MMO style anime, I'm gonna go back to the one that got me into those things, Dot Hack. And
Oh yeah. I've watched that one. That one's pretty cool.
And then we also got to remember that Dot Hack had its incest anime. Hello, Legend of Twilight bracelet.
I
Hello,
I heard-
about that GU, son. About that SAO. Like I know about the roots and the other stuff, but freaking GU made more sense to me than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Like the story was actually understood the story more with GU than the rest.
Yeah, that's why I lost a lot of friends when I said I am going to stand behind Log Horizon and Dot Hack.
Even though Log Horizon actually acted like they actually wanted to play the game instead of like panicking like crazy. It's like, oh, we're locked in the game. Oh, we're just going to keep playing. That's basically what Log Horizon. Sword Art Online was basically just a love drama.
Panic, riot.
I mean,
Or-
I can understand where people didn't like the story of it, but it was the animation that made it so great.
Hmm.
That's what made SAO great to me. That's why.
I'm not bashing.
I
on-
just haven't watched any modern animes. It's like I'm so lost.
You're missing out. You kind of missing out 'cause there's actually some good ones.
There's some good ones, yeah, but a lot.
like Boku no Pico.
You suck right now, Zarado.
Dude, I'm not into yaoi animes, man.
Yeah,
And I
yaoi.
was like, yo.
Hey, what's a yaoi from Max?
Oh my god, Max! I was
What's a yaoi?
it's like
Like,
that.
I guess it's like in some senses I'm like Max. Like I used to be very like into anime at one point in my life. It's just something I'm not really interested in anymore.
Yeah, I know, I understand.
It's a point of where you just grow into liking. You like it or you don't, and like you either keep up with it or you don't. I didn't keep up with much stuff until later on after high school, and it was just the fact that I was just into it. Like there are people that like anime, and then there are weeaboos. So let's get something different. Let's get something straight. I
Mhm.
like anime, but I'm not a weeaboo.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
There's always
you
this.
asshole. Damn it.
Lol?
No, I'm trying to get a brutality on a computer, and I gotta hit him in the air.
Oh,
With the
you play
fucking.
games.
Yes.
he playing MKX in the background. Hey, but as long as
Well,
I'm
yeah, I
not.
started talking about anime, and I was like, man.
I'm gonna go on to
I don't-
MKX.
No, it's not that. It's like I'm like foreign. It's like if I started talking to you guys about like freaking I don't know, like god dang, oh, what I play that y'all don't play? I don't know.
What do you
So-
play? What? Just say. Just talk. Just what? What do you play?
As of lately, all I've been playing is MK, and then like.
So what's your
um,
general type of game? What's your general genre of gaming?
fun games?
Fine,
It's
fun
like-
gaming.
Just games I enjoy. Like it's really hard to describe because like I'll play fighters, I'll play shooters, I'll play platformers, I'll play puzzle games. It's just I don't know. Like I'm the only games I can say I haven't played is like sports games because like they just.
Oh, I
kinda
don't
get
play
old
sports
on me.
games, man. That shit
Yeah,
can.
sports is it. But
I like.
Madden, everyone.
Madden on the N64.
Dude, Madden makes
Madden
so much money.
2006.
Wait,
Of course.
what?
I mean, I've the only sports games I've played were like the more arcadish ones, like NBA
Blitz.
NBA
Blitz.
Street, NBA
Yeah.
Street.
Oh, Street, yes.
Yes, I hated the third one, but I love the first two. They were really good. I think the third one kind of just overdid it. They kind of ruined it with the stupid like custom goofy ass looking triple 3-man dunk that they did. Like I really like the more like cinematic ones that they did like cool shit instead of just flaying your fucking arms with the ball between your legs. This bullshit. I don't know. And I mean,
that's how I felt about Mortal Kombat.
yeah. The third NBA Street kind of killed it for me. I mean, it did have Mario, Luigi, and Peach for the GameCube version, but that didn't help. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done with NBA Street. But yeah, that's my little history on sports games.
Okay, gaming in general for me is just straight fighting. Like, I have to have some sort of fighter. I mean, I'll play some, not all FPS. I'm just strictly fighting. I mean, if it has combos...
You guys want to know what game got me into the shooter genre?
What?
Star Fox 64. Like, that was what I consider my first shooter. And then I was like, dude, I'm just going to shoot. Like, I would go through stages and try to kill all enemies, so that would be, like, my goal.
Oh, yeah.
So much of that.
Yeah, Star Fox 64 was the shit, dude. I mean, that was pretty much my first shooting game, too.
And that was, like, the last thing I bought on the Club Nintendo was the 3D version.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, for those, I mean, excuse me, sorry. What did you guys get? I mean, I don't know if you guys follow Club Nintendo a lot. I mean, they had the platinum gold member gift, free gift thing. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys follow that.
I don't think I'm in Club Nintendo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With me, I wish I was platinum. I didn't, because no one don't want to give me no coins. So I was like, sad boys. So, only thing I could find is something that was just like that. I'm pretty sure that was never going to be there at all in the eShops. It was Super Mario Brothers Deluxe.
Oh yeah,
that is a rare. It's a rare game. I remember playing that game when I had my Game Boy Color. It was just a rare. Just a rare portable Super Mario Brothers game, and I was like, that's a grab. It has to be a grab.
Yeah,
I got Advance Wars, and then
nice.
I wanted to try out Advance Wars, but like I said, Super Mario Deluxe was like rare, so
yeah.
Well, Advance Wars, that was the first game I played before Fire Emblem, and when I compared the two, they pretty much had the same layout.
I played Fire Emblem first, so I really couldn't get into Advance Wars because I was more into I like the one unit things instead of I lost some soldiers in this unit, and
yeah, I know what you mean.
And then the general specials or whatever, the general commander specials.
The CO powers or whatever. Yeah, I remember those.
But then Fire Emblem is so soul-inducing. Alright, we're gonna beat it. Oh crap, I don't have any more weapons to use this.
Oh.
Reset!
Yeah.
Dude, the hard resets were a part of my life for a long time.
Yes, they were.
Like I know you never lost anything, but every Pokemon game I beat, if I ever lost a single battle, hard reset.
I would hard reset when I accidentally killed the legendary.
Oh, yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
With poison. And I was like, hey.
That's why you always sleep and freeze.
Well, this was back, in the brick Game Boy. You just flip that damn switch off and...
Yep. Make sure you save, though. Yeah. Those were the days. When it comes to me, like, with what games I play, I do definitely love fighting games. I am a huge fan of like crossover games. I don't know. It's sometimes stupid, but like it's just fun for me. And I really always love crossing two different universes together for whatever game, whether it's a fighting game or RPG or just whatever. And so I definitely enjoyed like Marvel vs. Capcom and like Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and then CVS 2 and all that, and then all that stuff. I do love shooting games too. I mean, I haven't played anything shooting related in the past couple of months.
Besides GTA 5.
Besides GTA 5, yeah. Third-person shooters, yeah. But first-person shooters, that's like my main like go-to shooter type of genre.
Mhm.
So that I wasn't playing that for a while. I mean, after playing Advanced Warfare, that was like the point for me. I'm like, dude, I'm done. No, wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. Um, what else? Oh, I do love RPGs. More towards JRPGs, just because I just grew up with JRPGs when I was a kid. That's just me, and I'm more of a Tales kind of guy. I never owned
Tales of yes, Tales
Yes.
of games. That's
Tales.
if you had
I
to
do
ask
love
me-
them.
If you had to ask me about RPGs, I don't touch turn-based. I don't touch strategy. You got to have some action to it. You have to be doing some combos or something. You got to be doing
Mhm.
something like Tales of. If it's anything but that, no, I don't play no RPG besides
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, I haven't played any Final Fantasy type of thing, except for 10 at my friend's house. Like, I just helped him like grind and stuff, but otherwise, that's like the closest thing I've ever played to Final Fantasy.
It's hurting my heart.
Well,
Well, I didn't. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm one of those guys that didn't play Final Fantasy 7 because I didn't have a PlayStation because I was a Nintendo guy. So, I was the one guy with the N64 and the GameCube and all that stuff.
Someone's drifting on my street again.
Whoa.
But wait, you at
Nope.
least should have touched something, right?
Right, I guess. Yeah.
I would count the city if you touched that.
What's up?
I said I would count the city if you touched
Oh
that.
yeah, that's a reason I gotta get a PS4.
Oh yeah. The Cydia, well, I mean that's a fighting game, so I definitely want to get it, and it's on the console, which is PS4 to be exact. Really want to get it.
Throw your monies at the screen now.
Yes,
listeners.
yes.
PC.
PC, yeah. Why not? Why not PC, right? What else? Tales. Oh yeah, I mean, I did play. I mean, recently, over past few months, I did play Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts. The HD remix is it was like a nice way to pick up Kingdom Hearts finally. I mean, I never, again, I was a Nintendo guy, so I never had a PS2, so I didn't play the Kingdom Hearts games at all. And then so the HD remixes was the opportunity for me to to experience the lore that is Kingdom Hearts. Briefly saying the story. I mean, there's a lot of cheesy things about it, but it's a fun experience, and I definitely am looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. So
Whenever that comes out.
whenever that comes out, yeah.
Square.
Thanks, Square. What else? I do love puzzle games, so Tetris, Puzzle Fighter, that type of sort I do like, and then action games, of course. What else? I already said fighting games. Platformers, I do like. I did grow up with more with 3D platformers, so didn't really pick up Donkey Kong or anything like that. And then
Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World were as far as I go back, that and Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo are the games I remember playing first in my life.
oh yeah,
Donkey Kong Country. Okay, imagine a platformer game where you had to beat X amount of levels before you could save.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
They,
saw
they
Well,
changed
That's what it was.
that.
That's what it was like
Candy
back then.
Candy Kong used to be the save point. It wasn't no DDR thing like it was in the Game Boy version. No, it was a save point.
And well, we all know we know that all too well with Max's playthrough. So,
I can never platform. I don't know how to platform. All these people that try to do all these
Don't
time.
fall.
don't.
No, it's just these people that do all these time attacks and be going crazy with try hard. I'm like,
Oh, like
I
speed
can't.
runs and shit. Yeah.
I can't. I cannot.
I don't
platform.
speed run. No.
Like I know people don't speed run. It's just the fact that it's capable of that power, but it's just a fact that I just cannot. I've seen the craziness with DK returns and tropical freeze. I've seen the craziness of that,
Hmm.
and I just like I cannot deal. I can't focus on.
Whoa.
He turns
I had to
into a
focus on one
robot.
thing. A bunch of stuff going. It's just so much stuff going on. I'm like, oh my goodness, where am I? Where is going on? So,
Yeah.
that's just my issues with platforming.
Yeah.
You know, like I only play Mario for the story. And there's no story. It's just trying to save the princess.
Yeah. I did. At some point, I was no. When I was younger, I was super like Mario fanboy, and I was like anti Sonic. And then my freaking friend showed me who had a Dreamcast showed me Sonic Adventure, and I was
That
like,
was a game. That was a game.
yeah,
Oh,
Sonic
boy.
Adventure.
The first
yeah.
level was the best level.
Right.
Everything else was crap. And
That was the only game where I was like, dude, I don't mind playing the story over and over again as a different character.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely remember the Killer Whale level. So that was like implanted in my head pretty much, and I was like, yeah, ever since.
I remember those Rose levels.
Oh yeah.
Notice me, Sonic Senpai.
Sonic.
Sonic, I'm cousin husband, no tails. I mean, sorry, they're not husbands.
What is a Sonic right now? Question: what is a Sonic? Like seriously, what's canon now? What is canon about Sonic? Nothing's canon. Like
Sonic Boom.
is dead.
Well, right.
My
I mean,
Sonic is
favorite
dead.
game.
Yeah, Sonic
Right
Boom
now-
killed Sonic.
well, okay. I mean, Sonic Boom is not canon. It's like in its own universe, so we can rest assured about
Like,
that.
It's hard to find like all these random. It's just the fact that all these random Sonic games is like I don't know. Like I just thought that Adventure 2 were kind of a canon, but I'm like, what is canon now? I don't know. Like
I
we
would
have
just-
Archies, but Archies are made by a bunch of random comic, like just like Marvel and DC.
Yeah, yeah.
So
They're
it's
not-
like,
yeah, they're not-
What is canon about Sonic?
They're not affiliated with Sega. They're just a lot. Sega just allowed them to use their characters for their comic book story, so they're like kind of separate, pretty much.
Yeah, they're like
And-
fan comics.
Yeah, and
Like
then,
fan comics.
you know what's funny? They actually went. Sega actually, or I don't know if Sega or Sonic Team, whoever, went up to him and actually wanted them to stop it with the romance that was going on in their comics. I was like, oh really? Wow.
Are you
That's
kidding
yeah.
me? Brutality doesn't work on Shinnok. I'm so pissed.
Meanwhile,
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking.
No. He jumped, and I shot him. And then it
no
went
romance in
me.
Sonic? No way.
God,
No
I've-
way.
I've seen the dorkly things about like the Sonic fan characters. That stuff's funny.
Yeah.
That, and that ends the Dudes of Hype podcast, people.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah,
I
sorry.
named our podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Let's
guys.
just call it.
Yeah.
Good, good.
That's
It's
I
just
think
a
that's a good.
recurrent-
That's a good time to put an end to it for now. So, excuse me. Thank you guys for tuning in for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, did you want to plug in your stuff before we sign off?
I'm
I
Ender Gamer.
officially
You...
call this podcast Dudes of Hype.
All right. Well, I'm Ender Gamer. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I've been making a lot of Mortal Kombat YouTube stuff lately, but right now I'm at like a wall because I was gonna make an Ermac guide, but I found I'm really bad at explaining my strategies on paper. I just kind of do. But I'll probably be making more combo videos. I'm looking for character suggestions. I'm having a hard time with some of the. Someone told me to make a Jax combo video. I'm like, dude, this guy's hard to make combos with.
Mm-hmm.
Just make
But-
a flow chart like what Steve did.
Oh no, I did make a flowchart. I made a how to play Grandmaster Cyber Sub-Zero flowchart.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all should check it out.
Is it cleaner than Steve's?
Oh yeah, it explains in detail how you need to play him online using his 3 special moves: Ice Cone, Ice Ball, and Slide.
Oh, nice.
I mean, that's all you need.
Not bad. Good stuff. Kai, did you want to say anything?
I was just saying that I officially call this Dudes of Hype podcast. That's my end of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Wardo, did you want to say anything before we sign off?
Look for me soon on the PS4. I'll be using my Husbando reptile. If you get caught in my Zawoldo loop, please don't rage quit.
Hey, well, quitality. Oh, hello. Oh shit, hold on. We're about to end. Ugh. Hello?
Hello.
All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Did you? Were you saying something about your stuff, Wardo?
There's a reptile loop. I showed a video of to Hawk of what reptile can do in his nimble form.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'll find that video and link it to you.
Nimble takes too long to activate. Oh my god. It makes me so mad.
And
You're supposed to have patience with the husband.
No, it's not about patience. It's about you gotta. Oh, it takes so long to like. How is he going? How is he fast if he can't go fast?
Because he's not Sonic. He's kind of fast.
And I ain't the Flash either.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. We will be back for more gaming news and all that great stuff. So, see you guys next time.
I'll see ya.
Peace.